Yo, what is going on, T Squad? It is your boy T here, man, and we are back with a brand new reaction video. I am actually fucking excited for this video, man. I'm actually super excited. The title of this video is 5 Surprising Filipino Athletes in American Sports. Now, knowing myself, I would have clickbaited this title a little bit differently, so if you're clicking on this video and the title's a little bit different, I'm sorry. It is what it is. But based off the thumbnail that I seen, I saw Jordan Clarkson, which we did know. I saw, who was it, Gronkowski? I was like, nah, obviously the dude's clickbaiting the thumbnail, but it was intriguing enough for me to click on it. So I'm excited to see this video, man. 5 surprising Filipino athletes. Let's do it right now. Who do we think Filipino athletes in America right now? So we know there's Jordan Clarkson, based on the thumbnail. Who else is a Filipino athlete in America right now? I'm trying to go back and look at like all the videos that I've watched. Are we talking about like professional athletes? See, this is where it makes it hard. Are we talking about professional athletes or just athletes in general? Because if it's athletes in general, I can name a lot of them. But I think based on this video, it's professional athletes. So I'm actually, the only person I can think of right now is Jordan Clarkson. So I guess we're gonna have to watch the rest of the video to find out who the rest of the 4 are, unless he doesn't include Jordan Clarkson, which I don't see why not, because he's in the thumbnail. But I don't know. Either way, T Scott, hope you guys are excited for this video, man. Let's get into it.
Hey guys, it's Frank here.
Oh, Manny Pacquiao. How did I forget about Manny?
Filipinos in popular media.
What? I forgot about Manny. That's my bad.
In popular sports. For the sake of this video, I will only be featuring Pinoy athletes who are currently or have been active.
Stop right here. Okay, I know everybody knows baseball. For those who like watching me game, my gaming videos, do you guys want me to download the new MLB game and make a series of that? Because I've been watching a YouTuber that I watch. I've been watching him play the series. It looks like so much fun, and I want to bring it to my channel, but I don't know if you guys want to see that. So let me know if you guys want to see that, and I could download that and start bringing Major League Baseball series to my channel. But let's just get back into this.
In American sports league associations. This means athletes who currently play or compete in sports teams in the Philippines or outside of the United States will be excluded but may be featured in a future video.
Okay.
Also, I won't be including Manny Pacquiao because that would be way too obvious. But just
not obvious enough. I didn't even think of that.
Also,
I'm my dumbass. I didn't even think of that.
Suggested I make this video. Now, let's get started.
I know when I was saying at the start, you guys were like, "How are you not thinking Manny?"
Timothy Leary Lincecum is a professional baseball starting
Filipino?
pitcher who pitched in Major League Baseball for the
San
Francisco
I've seen him
Giants
before.
from 2007 to 2015 and for the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim in 2016. Lincecum helped the Giants win 3 World Series championships in a 5-year span.
This dude's real.
Lincecum was the team's ace starter in 2010 and as a relief pitcher in 2012 and 2014, winning the real deal award in 2010 as the most valuable player of the MLB postseason. Tim was nicknamed the Freak for his ability to generate powerful pitches from his athletic but slight physique at 5 feet 11 inches and weighing 170 pounds. This power pitcher led the National League in strikeouts and strikeouts per 9 innings pitched for 3 consecutive years in a span from 2008 to 2010, as well as shutouts in 2009.
Oh, this dude was real as fuck.
Helping Lincecum win consecutive Cy Young
But I have seen this guy before, man. But I'm not enough to like know enough about him. I haven't seen him in a few games, Major League Baseball games I've played.
Tim's mother, Rebecca Assis, is the daughter of Filipino immigrants, making him half Filipino.
Oh, so
although
he's
he wasn't close with his mother and hasn't had many Filipino traditions instilled in him throughout his life, Tim mentions that he is very superstitious, especially before games, a trait that most Filipinos seem to exhibit as well.
I'm very superstitious as well, or stuff like that. Jordan Clarkson, of course.
Clarkson is a professional basketball player for the Los Angeles Lakers of the National Basketball
Cleveland Cavaliers.
Association. After foregoing his senior year in college to enter the 2014 NBA draft, Clarkson was selected by the Washington Wizards in the 2nd round with the
I never heard of
46th
Clarkson until he made
and
like
was
the
immediately
NBA.
traded
Like I
to
never
the
heard of
Los
him before
Angeles
that.
Lakers. In his first year, he was named to the NBA All-Rookie First Team. Jordan is a dual Philippine and American citizen. He's the 2nd person of Filipino descent to play in the NBA since Raymond Townsend played from 1978 to 1982. Jordan's dad, Mike Clarkson, is African American, and his mom, Annette Davis, is half Filipina. They met in the U.S. Air Force Reserves, and Jordan was born in the United States. His parents divorced when he was young, and his father later remarried. In 2015, Jordan was in discussions on the possibility of also playing with the Philippine men's national basketball team.
Jordan Clarkson is
FIBA,
dope, man.
The International Basketball Federation,
I like
had
him
ruled
as
that
a
Jordan
player.
was eligible to be a
He's
member
good,
of the
he's good.
Philippines team due to his Filipino mother. However, Jordan ultimately passed on the opportunity due to a schedule conflict between the LA Lakers training camp and the Philippines national team playoff schedule.
I mean, right there. I know there's going to be a lot of people who are like, you know, who would have heard what he just said right there, where he was like, he didn't play for the Filipino national like men's team because of conflicts with the Los Angeles Lakers roster. I know there's gonna be a lot of like supporters, like Filipino supporters, gonna be like, well, you don't like love your country, you don't support your country, shit like that. Like at this point right here in his career, the Lakers are such a bigger career path for him to take. Like, I understand, you know, you want to come back, you know, play for your country, you know, do that. But at the same time, the Lakers is such like way more higher than that. You know what I'm saying? You got to put like priorities, man. Lakers, which is up there. You know, you're gonna obviously worry about that more than, you know, coming back to your hometown and playing with them for like what, for like a tournament or something like that. Like, come on.
Even if Jordan had
But I
played
understand
for the
that.
Philippines, he would have missed crucial playoff games due to the Lakers training camp taking top priority.
Yeah, exactly. See, exactly.
Teddy Brewski is a former professional American football player who was a linebacker in the National Football League for 13 seasons.
Really?
He played college football for the University of Arizona and was a two-time consensus All-American. He was drafted by the New England Patriots in the third
played for the
round of the
Pats?
1996 NFL Draft and played his entire professional career with the Patriots.
My
Teddy won
dude.
3 Super Bowls
I gotta look
and
up some
was
of his
a two-time
highlights.
All-Pro selection. Teddy was the first player in NFL history to return 4 consecutive interceptions for touchdowns, and his career total of 4 interceptions returned for touchdowns
Yo, he was
ranked
legit, bro.
second in
This
Patriots
dude
history.
looks like he was
He's
legit
tied
as
for
fuck.
4th in NFL history among linebackers, and Teddy is the only Patriots linebacker to return multiple interceptions for touchdowns in a single season.
Oh, he a
Additionally,
Patriots
since
legend.
2002, Teddy's defensive play has created 7 defensive touchdowns. Although he was born in San Francisco, California, Teddy's parental grandparents were from Bologna in Italy, while his mother is of Filipino ancestry. Americans usually don't use their mother's maiden names for their middle names, but Teddy was once asked in an interview if his unique middle name had any special meaning, to which he answered, "It happens to be my mother's maiden name."
Do you guys know about
Her
him?
name was Juanita
Do you guys know about him? Is he like
before she
a
married my
a
dad.
huge thing
My
in the
sister,
in the
my brother,
Philippines?
and
Is he
I
like a big
all have
name
the
over
same
there?
middle name.
Based
It's
on
sort
his
of a way
career
of
path,
showing
what he's
respect to your
done.
mother's family. That way, the LeCap name can live on.
Bautista. Bautista was what? But bro, I used to watch so much wrestling growing up as a kid, man. Bautista was Filipino? That's crazy. Like, bro, I used to love Bautista, man. The Bautista bomb, bro. Oh my god, man. She used to be legit, man. Oh, I gotta hear this.
David Michael Bautista Jr. is an American actor, semi-retired professional wrestler, former mixed martial artist, and bodybuilder. From the early to mid-2000s, he was signed to WWE under the ring name Bautista, where he became a
Bautista
6-time world
bomb.
champion. In August 2012, Bautista signed a contract to fight in mixed martial arts. He won his MMA debut on October 6, 2012 via TKO in the first round. He was representing the Philippines during the fight. Bautista first entered the world of acting in 2006. As an actor, Bautista had starred in many movies. He's best known for his role as Drax in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, portraying the character in Guardians of the Galaxy and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. His
I never watched
mother,
that.
Ray, has Greek ancestry, and his father, David Michael Bautista, is of Filipino descent. His paternal grandfather
okay.
served in the Philippines military, worked as a taxicab driver and barber, and held other jobs to feed the family.
Bro, that's
Years
wild. I
back,
used to watch him so
Bautista,
much as a
then
kid.
a professional wrestler, was left
That's
dumbfounded
crazy to
after
me.
learning of his massive Filipino fan base. He says, "I didn't really make the connection. I couldn't understand why they looked up to me so much, and it was really odd for me." He only began to understand the
funny.
fanfare surrounding him when he visited the Philippines. "They really accepted me as one of their own, and even if I was born in the Philippines," he shared. And they said, "It's not often that the Filipino people get to be inspired by one of their own. And from then on, I never took it for granted. It is still so humbling to hear that." Pointing to the tattoo he has on his shoulder, he added, "I love it, and I wear the Filipino
Yo, he
flag
got
on
the
my
Filipino
shoulder all the
flag on
time
him.
with
That's
pride."
dope. My dude. Tim Tebow? There's no way Tim Tebow is Filipino. There's no way. No. I'm not buying this. Tim Tebow was Filipino. You guys are trying to tell me that. Bro, you couldn't, if you couldn't pay me enough to believe that. Before this video started, if somebody was like, did you know? Like, you couldn't convince me. You couldn't tell me anything to prove that he was Filipino. Like, you couldn't tell me that.
Timothy Richard Tebow is a former professional American football quarterback and current professional baseball outfielder in the New York Mets organization. Tebow was selected by the Denver Broncos in the first round of the 2010 NFL Draft and spent 2 seasons with the team. He also played for the New York Jets in 2012. Additionally, he had preseason stints with the New England Patriots and the Philadelphia Eagles. In 2016, Tebow announced he would pursue a career in professional baseball and signed a minor league contract with the New York Mets on September 8th. Tebow's parents, Pamela and Robert, met while attending the University of Florida in the late 1960s. Although they are not of Filipino descent, in 1985, his family moved to the Philippines where they served as Baptist missionaries and built a ministry. 2 years later, his mother gave birth to him in Makati City. In fact, Tim has a special affinity with Filipinos. After all, he was born and spent most of his early life in the Philippines. Because of this special connection, Tim's charitable organization, the Tim Tebow Foundation, often conducts missionary trips to the Southeast Asian country. Tim has said in a People...
So even though his parents aren't of Filipino descent at all, the fact that he was born there, that's crazy. He's dead ass like Filipino. I'm asleep. What the hell?
Magazine interview. I love the Filipino people. They're some of the friendliest, warmest, nicest people in the world. And to be able to come back here and care for them and love them,
that's pretty cool though.
Well,
that's pretty cool.
It's truly a dream come true. During his most recent trip, Tebow visited an orphanage and shared inspiring messages to people in schools and prisons. He also visited the Tebow Cure Hospital, a facility in Davao that his foundation opened in 2014. It's good to see how tied into their culture these athletes are, and although they may not be 100% Filipino, they still carry some lineage and tradition.
Alright guys, there we have it for today's video, man. Yo, that's crazy, man. The one that blew my mind the most is Tim Tebow. Like he said, his parents aren't of Filipino descent, but the fact that he was born there makes more that's pretty wild to me. I did not know that. I did not know that at all. So that's pretty cool. The dude that played NFL, is he like a big name in the Philippines? Like, do you guys like look up to him as like what's the word? As like a star? Is that the right word to say? Like, do you guys like hear that name and think of him like, yo, like that dude's like oh, it's a god. Like, you guys know what I'm saying? But obviously they didn't include Manny Pacquiao because apparently that's obvious, even though I couldn't think of it at the start of the video. But I mean, this is pretty cool learning that there's a lot of people in here that I didn't know. I knew Jordan Clarkson. Apart from Jordan Clarkson, everybody else, I had no clue. Bautista blew me away because I used to watch so much wrestling growing up as a kid. Raw, SmackDown, all the WWE, WWF. Just to find out that Bautista, somebody that, you know, as a kid I would try to mimic his moves on like my parents' bed, is Filipino. Like, that's pretty crazy to me. Either way, T Squad, hope you guys enjoyed today's video, man. If you guys did, please give it a big thumbs up, and if you're new to my channel, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button down below. It really does mean lots. If you want to see me react to any kind of video, make sure you guys leave it down in the comment section below, and I will get around tracking to the majority of most of them when I can. But either way, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.